This time on Fieldsports Africa, hyrax hunting with a difference. I end up having to tunnel to retrieve my quarry and also experience some rare African history. We have Fieldsports Africa news with Beth Silvester. Plus, this week we're off to KwaZulu-Natal to join up with some of the country's top shooters in the Swarovski Optik Steel Gong challenge. I'm Leonard and this is Fieldsports Africa. Well, it's another beautiful day at Marshallville. We're super pumped. We're going to get out there back on the hunt. Today, we have a special task at hand. Mr. De Beer, the ranch owner, has said to us, please, to get out there if we get some time and hunt some of them hyrax. More often than not, you find Dassies up on the cliff faces, sitting under cracks or on top of the ledges, but in this place, it's very unique. Just down the road from the lodge there are huge drainage systems which seem to be very suitable for the habitat of Dassies. So today we're going to use a slightly different strategy in hunting these hyrax. Firstly, we're going to try the typical walk and stalk strategy, and if that doesn't work and they see us and scurry back into their holes, we're going to set up and use an ambush technique. So let's get out there, see if we can get the job done for Mr. De Beer and hopefully have a whole lot of fun doing it. We decided to start way up on the northern side of the drainage system and work our way upwind so that they'd have absolutely no chance of catching our scent. I did some glassing and spotted a nice group to target. Alright, we've come into the zone here. We were walking up on that ridge a couple of days ago and I glanced down into the drainage and I saw them running right on top of the drainage, so I took note. And it's right over here. We're going to make sure that we get in there real quietly and then see if we can get ourselves a shot. There he is. There's one right over there. We're going to have to make a way around it onto a tree. Real quiet, he's right there. He hasn't seen us. Hey, Rick, he hasn't seen us. He hasn't seen us. Get ready. Down. Yes. What an awesome shot. And we managed to sneak in through the trees. I got a real steady rest down prone just to make sure on this first one. Boom. Nailed it straight down. Oh, awesome, awesome. What a way to start the day. Did not move an inch. Dead right where he was lying. Perfect, that's exactly what you want. If you want to try and get a vital shot, drop him right there. I mean, these guys, they can drop down into these cracks, right into a hole, and you have an absolute mission trying to find them. So hopefully we have none of that today, but let's go and see them. Oh, nice, lovely Dassie, eh? Sure, now that's a lovely way to start the morning. We really strategized and planned this one. lovely animal. The sun's starting to come out, they're coming out of the crevices and the cracks. So we're not going to spend too much time here. We're going to move on down to the next drainage and see if we can see a whole bunch more. Let's take them on up to the top there and get them tucked away, and then get hunting some more. There's one, he's sitting right on a nice pinnacle. Got it. Yes, 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 yes. Whew. Just as we thought, they came up out. I got him. Mr. De Beer, the farmer, he's asked us to please take down at least 5 or 6. You know, these animals, 5 of them will eat the same as what a sheep would eat. So, I mean, it's been a real dry, arid year. If you look around, the grass is very sparse at the moment, but at the same time you don't want to take off too many because they can also be predators' food. Hey, if you think about the jackal that are around this area, there's also lots of caracal, and we've managed to spot 1 or 2 along the way. And then there's the black eagles as well, and we've seen 2 different black eagle nests, and we've seen them flying around in the area. So you definitely don't want to take off too many, but at the same time, just enough to keep the balance right. And we're getting the job done. Awesome. I went down in the drainage system and started the search. I knew I hit him in the heart or lungs, but a shot that doesn't instantly kill them in situations like this can sometimes prove to be quite problematic, as they just have enough in them to scurry back into their hole and make the retrieval quite difficult. Shot him on top, he dropped straight down. Obviously tried to go back into the ledge and expired before he could get inside, so perfect, there he is. Let's go get him. Alright, so there you go. It's obviously a good enough shot. You can see he has expired, so I'm not too worried about getting a bite. Let's have a look here. Yeah, that was nice. There we go. Alright. Yeah, sure, look at that, hey? Nice, big, fat hyrax. Lovely, man. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Look at that. So another very unique animal to South Africa. When you look at it at first glance, they look like they're part of the rodent family, but actually they aren't. Funny enough, believe it or not, they are the closest relative to the elephant. Hard to believe, but the truth. Lovely animal to hunt, especially here. This has been quite a challenge today. So it's normally not as much of a challenge. It's exciting to get out here and really have to hunt for hyrax, which is a lot of fun. Luckily, it was very easy finding this Dassie. We tucked him away with the other one and kept on searching for our third one of the day's hunt. Yeah, this is pretty cool. You can actually see here, this flat area is where they've been grazing, and then you can see the long grass over here, and they're slowly but surely cutting their way along deeper into the valley here. So it's actually quite cool to see, and unfortunate for the hyrax, these patches here totally give them away. So I think we're going to strategize a real slow, quiet walk along the outside and then come back in and see if we can pick one off. All right, look, we've exhausted this area now. We've worked our way right through the drainages, and we've got a nice couple Dassies or hyrax already. But now we've been told that there's some really nice caves and ledges further up the mountain here. So we're going to work our way up, but I'm sure it's getting midday now. It's getting hot. We're heading our way up the side of this mountain, off to a really amazing place. So whether we get a Dassie or two or not, doesn't matter. I'm really excited. Let's keep going, man. Man, that's awesome. Wow, that's cool. Wow, it's been one hell of a walk up here, but it's completely worth it. Look at this. Bushman Kranse, or if you directly translate it, Bushman Cliffs. Absolutely mind-blowing and breathtaking. You know, we see a lot of wonderful things on the Fieldsports Africa journey. We travel around the country, we do a lot of great hunting, but you very seldomly get a special moment like this and in the most majestic, beautiful place. This to me is precious to my heart. It's really a part of my country's heritage, you know. Very rarely get to experience wonderful places and moments like this. Well, here we have it, friends. Whew. An amazing part of our history here in South Africa. Here's the paintings here. But what absolutely blows me away and fascinates me is this painting right here. This is a typical way that they would paint a lion. And here they are. This is how they would indicate that themselves. So this would be Bushmen over here, markings, and indicating that these are the animals that they would hunt. And here's a lion over here. Unbelievable. You know, these guys were here before anyone else in South Africa. They were the ones who pioneered hunting. I might have said it before, but what an amazing moment. Just to take a moment out from hunting and to experience a piece of history and just being able to touch a small part of where it all began.
We ended up finding no hyrax up the mountain and on the cliff faces, but what we did find was something I would remember and treasure for a long time to come. By the time we got down the mountain again, the sun was going down and the cool air was moving in fast. So we put the jackets back on and made one last attempt for a final Dassie to end the day's hunt. I decided to stalk into one of the drainages that we had hunted earlier that morning.
Yeah, there it is. There's one sitting on a ledge right over there, just bathing in the sun. We'll get an easy shot here. Man, that was an awesome shot. He didn't even know we were there. Me and a cameraman snuck in. Oh, we must have been about 30 yards. Man, that was awesome.
After a shot like that, I thought we'd have no problem finding him. but it seemed Murphy had finally caught up with us. It's a real deep cave. It looks like it goes right underneath to the other side. Could have tumbled down there and run right into the cave. So I think we're gonna have to go down in there. I'm gonna just put my gun down. All right, let's find a stick. We need a long stick. I think I saw one up here. All right, yeah, this one could do. Let's have a look here. I had no idea how deep the cave was, but if he was in there, I was sure that this stick would help me get him out. There was absolutely no light inside, so we switched the cameras onto infrared mode and used a small flashlight to find our way in the dark. The cave ended up being much deeper than I thought. There was caracal dung and skulls, which were probably old caracal kills in the cave. So not only was it dark inside, but not a place that I wanted to be for very long. All right. Okay, I think this stick's gonna make it. It looks like it's just long enough, but I'm gonna have to get in there. Phew! I cannot see to the back here. Come on, come on. Okay. Yep. There we go. That's a plan right there. Check that out. I think I can stretch out and get him. Okay. There we go. Come on. Just reach him. We just leave. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yo, and these critters can be extremely mean, so you got to make sure that they are not alive when doing this. Okay. There we go. Oh. There we go, we got him. Sure, he was a long way back. But no, I'm happy we got him. You know, a lot of guys will think, no, it must be absolutely crazy to do this, but I just hate leaving an animal, especially when you've shot him. You don't know where he is, if he's injured. I do not do that. Luckily, he passed very quickly, so, and we got him. So let's get him out. All right. Oh. We got him. Let's just, I think, let's get him up top there and we can maybe just look at the shot placement and talk a little bit about him. Sure. Okay, that was a whole lot of fun. Although it was a mission, you know what? Coming out here into the bush, hunting, no matter what it is, and going through missions like this, I mean, these are the kind of stories you'll tell in years to come. So a whole lot of fun, man. This is the end of the day. We've had an absolutely fantastic day Dassie hunting, or as a lot of people call them, hyrax. This farm is just absolutely beautiful. I tell you, tomorrow we're going to get back out hunting, but for now I think we'll head on back to the farmhouse, have a good fire, and of course a couple laughs. We'll see you guys next time on Fieldsports Africa.
Next up, Beth Silvester with Fieldsports Africa News. Well, thank you, Beth. And now for one of the true African hunting experts alive today, Dr. Kevin Robertson.
Welcome to African Wildlife News. I'm Beth Silvester. Wildlife traffickers in a major African park are offering a motorbike in exchange for one full lion carcass.
Poachers are targeting the species because of demand in some Asian country for lion bones used in traditional medicine. Reports from Mozambique's Niassa National Reserve suggest that lion bones are now accepted as a substitute in tonics for the bones of Asian tigers. A third of Mozambique's population of 2,700 lions. A full lion carcass now fetches $1,500 or a motorbike.
Can you save water-starved wildlife one truck at a time?
Drought is hitting East Africa hard. but one man is trying to make a difference. Patrick Umulua drives his truck hundreds of kilometres every week. He has so far delivered tens of thousands of litres of water to the waterholes of Tsavo West National Park. He also offers conservation awareness programmes to schools in the Tsavo area.
Poaching has driven an 80% decline in forest elephants in one key wildlife area.
More than 25,000 elephants have been shot and poisoned over a decade in Gabon's Minkibi National Park. That's the conclusion of new research by Duke University in North Carolina, USA. There are only 100,000 elephants in the whole of Central Africa left.
A report by the BBC highlights the traffic of baby chimpanzees.
Demand for the cute animals is fueling a crisis in chimp populations. In order to capture one baby chimpanzee, poachers typically have to kill the whole of the rest of the troop. The babies sell especially well in the Middle East and the USA for around $12,500 US.
And finally, a conservation group is hoping to reduce leopard poaching by producing fake furs for ceremonial clothes.
Zulu dancers traditionally wear the hides of illegally hunted leopards. More and more, however, are turning to Chinese-made spotted capes. The replica capes, called omombata, are distributed for free, while real leopard skins sell to dancers for about $370 US. The images come from To Skin a Cat, a documentary film about a mission to halt the decline in southern Africa's leopard populations.
This has been African Wildlife News with me, Beth Silvester.
This week we're off to KwaZulu-Natal to join up with some of the country's top shooters in the Swarovski Optik Steel Gong Challenge.
Where do professional hunters go to test their marksmanship? We're at a shootout with two-man teams who are shooting 20 centimeter and 15 centimeter gongs at up to 350 meters. Each shooter has 120 seconds per range, shooting any rifle caliber and scope combination of up to 300 Magnum.
This is Swarovski two-man team steel gong challenge, the shooting competition where we have steel gongs set at different distances. We are shooting off natural rests as far as possible. They are either tree stumps or they are tripod sticks or they are hay bales or the lying prone shooting off shooting bags. It is a competition set out to simulate hunting scenario that you will find in the field to a certain degree, but also to test your skill as a shooter.
Shooters here include Rupert Dedemark and Turner Wilkinson. Rupert co-owns the outfitters Universal Trophy Services in Pretoria, and Turner is a PA.
Anybody can participate in this type of shooting competition. You can use a dead standard hunting rifle and you can still shoot very well in this type of competition. That is where it tests your ability as a shooter and not the ability of your equipment that you have.
Rupert and Turner won the 2016 competition, but they face a big challenge from the two Pete's this year, Piet Breder and Piet van der Heever. Piet van der Heever won the 2016 Hunting Rifle World Championships in Namibia. As the day progresses, we're in for a serious competition. No one is holding back. We've been seeing some exceptional long-range shooting. And now we catch up with Rupert and Turner.
As a sport, it's quite difficult in the beginning, and you know, once you get a feel of it and you practice a bit and you know you get the right equipment, any guy can do it. So it's a lovely shoot. Nice to be part of a team shoot, to shoot gongs together, to plan every range and every position with your partner, and then obviously you know you hit the gongs and achieve what you want to. So yeah, we here for the fun and we're going to enjoy it. Yeah.
And a lot of fun it is, but this doesn't resolve the tension as the competition heats up.
What are you set on?
Oh, fudge, I forgot to set it.
Put it on to 0 and then go to 7 clicks up from 0. Next one, you're going to aim slightly high on the plate.
Up until this point, it's been a long, hard day shooting, but it's about to get a whole lot more challenging as the clouds start to move in and the rain starts to pour down. Nevertheless, it's still a competition and there is still a lot more shooting to be done.
Well, basically, we've come out here to see what it's all about so we can take this back home and introduce it to other people in our communities. We'd like to see more people of color involved in it as well. And this is a learning experience for us, and what we've learned, we're going to take back to those people.
It's a fantastic day out in the countryside in the beauty of nature with friends and folk who enjoy the same type of activities, and that's the most important thing, to enjoy events like this. We're passionate about shooting, we love shooting as a sport. There isn't much of it down here in KwaZulu-Natal, and we normally have to travel very far to participate in these type of shoots. So we've also tried to do our little bit in this part of the country to organize these type of shoots.
As the competitors come to the last of their 30 shots fired by each shooter, everyone is super eager to find out who the winners will be. So off we go to the lodge to tally up the scores and make the final big announcement.
Today we've got new winners, and they didn't shoot a full score today, but they came very close. The winners, no other than Piet Breed and world champion Piet van der Heffer. Let them take a photo in front of that. Well done, Piet. Gaan kry jou goed daar so. Well done. Werk geskied.
You really get tested, and your marksmanship get tested. You judge the distance, you judge the wind, and this to me is the best form of shooting with a hunting rifle.
For more about the shoot, search Swarovski Optik Steel Gong Challenge on Facebook, and to learn more about Swarovski Optik's products, visit www.swarovskioptik.com.
Well, thanks for joining us on another great Fieldsports Africa episode here in the Eastern Cape. If you guys would like to come out and hunt with us here in South Africa, then contact me at richard@fieldsportschannel.tv. We'll see you guys next time on Fieldsports Africa.